Assalamu alaikum learners, how are you? I hope you are fine and safe at your homes. I am Rahila, your history and geography teacher. Class 8, unit number 3, it's your 11th lecture. Learners, open your book, page number 23. This is unit number 3. The topic is Beginnings of Hindu and Muslim Nationalism 1885 to 1911. Now we start reading. How did the Muslims become a body of people who could be classified as a nation in India in the late 18th century? Early Arab Muslims had arrived of trades and settled on the eastern Malabar coast and were known as the Mofla in the 17th century. They were followed by the Arab invasion of Sindh under Muhammad bin Qasim in the 8th century. The Arabs settled in Sindh up to Multan but did not cross over into northern India. In the 11th century, the incursions mean sudden hostile, came from the northwest and Turks, Persians, Afghans and Central Asian Turks ruled India from the Himalayas down to the southern tip of India. They were always a minority, ruling the majority of their Hindu subjects. With the decline of the Mughals in the mid-18th century, Muslims lost their political and economic power and with it their moral strength. By the 20th century, Muslim religious reforms had tried to uplift the Muslims as a community in India. Religious reforms in the past, like Shah Waliullah and Haji Shariatullah, had urged the Muslims to understand and practice their religion in its true spirit to regain their former position. Earlier, Sheikh Ahmad Sarhandi and Sayyid Ahmad Shahid Brelvi had made the Muslims of India conscious of their right to practice their religion in peace, which was not possible under non-Muslim rule. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan's stress on modern education made Indian Muslims realize the worth of speaking their destiny as a separate community in India. The next topic is Hindu revivalist movements and nationalism. Similarly, the Hindu community under British rule underwent a transformation to form a national identity based on their religious views. The Arya Samaj in 1875 sought the purification and glorification of the Hindu religion as described in the Vedas. Anandamath, the Abbey of Bliss, a novel by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, preached anti-Muslim sentiments and contained the anthem Vande Mataram, Hail Mother, Bal Gandhar Tilak and Gopal Krishna Gokhale led the conservative and modernist approach, respectively, to gain rights for self-rule from the British. The Liberty Bill 1884. In 1884, the British Viceroy Lord Ripon passed the Liberty Bill. Till then, all people of British descent in India could only be tried by British judges. The Liberty Bill allowed Indian judges to preside over cases involving British subjects in India. This created a violent reaction among Calcutta European commercial community. Lord Ripon had to agree to a compromise. Compromise means to settle a dispute by accepting less than what was originally wanted. Because of the political agitation by the Europeans, the Hindus did not like it when the Liberty Bill was taken back as they were in considerable numbers in the judicial service. Indian national sentiments. Sentiments means feelings or opinions were aroused and this event resulted in the formation of the Indian National Congress. Learners, on this page there is a figure 3.1. In this picture you can see the native Hindu and Muslim Indian judges in traditional dress. The next topic is Making of the Congress 1885. The founder of the Congress was a British retired civil servant A.O. Hume and there was much support from retired Indian civil service members. However, there were only 72 delegates at the first session in Bombay. The second session at Calcutta in 1886 had 434 delegates. After 90s, the Congress spread to other parts of India in 1905 at Kashi. There were 758 delegates, and with time it became a voice for the inclusion of Indians for responsible government of their country, leading to independence. In the first session of the Indian National Congress at Mumbai in 1885, a formal protest against the Liberate Bill was lodged by the delegates. The delegates also asked for the opening of the Indian civil service to Indians, opportunities for Indians to serve on various councils, abolition of the Secretary of State's Council in Whitehall as it was a drain on Indian resources. Learners, on this page there is a figure 3.2. In this figure you can see the picture of Mr. A.O. Hume. Learners, now open page number 25. On this page the topic is Indian National Congress, Sir Syed and the rise of Muslim nationalism. Although some Muslims had joined the Congress, Sir Syed advised them in general to keep away from it as its political agitation could lead to problems for the Muslims. Instead, he advocated loyalty to British rulers and cooperation with them. He wanted the Muslims to first become strong through education and then ask for their rights politically. Sir Syed had two safeguards. Safeguards mean protect the Muslim community. His Lucknow speech of 1887 spelled out his apprehension. Apprehensions mean fear that Congress demands for parliamentary elections would lead to Hindu majority rule, as the ratio of Hindu to Muslim was 4:1 in India. Later events in his lifetime, such as the Indian Council Act in 1892 and riots in 1893, supported his views. However, the partition of Bengal in 1905 proved to the Muslims that a political party of their own was now required. The next topic is the partition of Bengal 1905. The province of Bengal was partitioned in 1905 by the Viceroy Lord Curzon so that it could be better administered. Even though the idea of pardoning the Bengal had been suggested much earlier because of its size, it had not been implemented. Two new provinces were created. East Bengal and Assam was its capital as Dhaka, and West Bengal, Bihar and Orissa with its capital at Calcutta. The Muslims of the new province benefited because they were now in majority in Eastern Bengal and could prosper and progress without competition from the wealthy Hindu landlords and businessmen of West Bengal. The West Bengal business interests suffered and Congress started a violent protest against it with the support of the Hindu population of West Bengal. The Swadeshi movement was also a form of protest against the partition of Bengal. It meant the boycott. Boycott means refusal to buy something or participate as a mark of protest of British goods and systems to support native industry and institutions. This continued till the decision was reversed in 1911. The formation of the Muslim League 1906. The idea of majority rule was alarming for the Muslims who were as yet educationally and economically backward compared to the Hindus. However, the partition of Bengal in 1905 made it clear that the numerical strength of the Muslims could improve their economic state. Thus, a plea of separate representation of Muslims at all levels, district boards, municipalities and legislative council was made to the Viceroy Lord Minto at Shimla in 1906. The delegation of 35 Muslims was led by the Aga Khan III, Sir Sultan Muhammad Shah, and received a positive response from the Viceroy. Learners, now turn page number 26. As a result, in the Minto-Morley reforms of 1909, separate electorates were granted to the Muslim community. The same year, in December 1906, the Muslim League was formed at Dhaka and its first session was held at Karachi in 1907. The league was led by Nawab Salimullah of Dhaka, Nawab Mohsinul Mulk and Mazharul Haq. The objectives of the league were as stated: to foster a sense of loyalty to the British government among the Muslims of India, to look after the political interests of the Indian Muslims, to bring about a better understanding between Muslims and other communities. During the period of 1906 to 09, British India saw political agitation to pressurize the government into acceding. Acceding means giving in or accepting to their demands. The partition of Bengal 1905 under Lord Curzon created discontent amongst the Hindu population of Bengal. A Muslim delegation met Lord Minto at Shimla in 1905 to put forward the demands of the Muslim community for representation in the government in the form of separate electorates. These were also discussed with the Secretary of State for India, John Morley, was agreed to some of the demands. Congress had already been formed in 1885 and was gaining political will. The Muslim League was formed in 1906 to voice the demands of the Muslim community. The Minto-Morley reforms of 1909. In 1909, in the words of Lord Minto, the principle of representative government was prudently extended. Under the Minto-Morley reforms of 1909, 60 Indian representatives were to be elected to serve on the impartial legislative council of the Viceroy. 37 of these were official and 23 non-official members. The provincial councils were enlarged to create a non-official majority. Muslims were granted separate electorates so that the Muslim minority could have a voice on the council. Thus, the legislative councils would now accommodate more Indians to include a wide sphere of public opinions. Elections were to be held on an indirect basis of participation was limited to a specific number who could vote based on their wealth and properties. However, the Muslims' demand for separate electorates was accepted under the 1909 reforms, forming the base of a later demand for a separate states for the Muslims of India. Despite the representation of Indians as legislators, it was still too early for the imperial British government to allow them to initiate reforms. Indians could only question and criticize the law to be enacted. Learners, in figure 3.4, you can see the King George V and Queen Mary at the Delhi Darbar 1911. The partition of Bengal reversed 1911. To pressurize the British government to reverse the partition of Bengal, violent protest organized by Congress took place on the streets of Calcutta, and there was an attempt on the life of the Viceroy Lord Minto. The call of boycott British manufactured goods including cotton resulted in the Swadeshi movement. Indians were encouraged to wear khaddar or clothes spun by handlooms in India. Finally, in the Delhi Darbar of 1911, the partition of Bengal was annulled. Annulled means declared invalid a legal document or agreement. Under pressure from the Hindu community of Bengal, the reversal of the partition of Bengal in 1911 made the Muslims now question their loyalty to the British government, and they became suspicious of the motives of the rulers. The result was a break in cooperation with the British and a move to join hands with the Indian National Congress in their bid for self-rule. Mr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah joined the Muslim League in 1913 and became an ambassador for Hindu-Muslim unity. Learners, do reading carefully, underline the difficult words, learn vocab and write on loose sheet. Take care. Allah Hafiz.